Welcome to Hillside Farm. I'm Ruth McKinney, and welcome again to the summer series. And today we are going to do an appetizer with my very oldest and very dearest friend, Heather Burling, who came over today to make a recipe she makes for me. She loves to do all things chopping and salad and all those things. So we each divide and conquer when we entertain. She likes that kind of thing, so I'm gonna let her explain exactly what she does, because this is a summer recipe that I think will become a favorite.
It's a great appetizer. So it's super simple, and ideally you want to use really fresh, sweet little tomatoes.
Before you tell them about that.
Yeah.
So Heather, we met almost 24 years ago.
Yeah.
And I would say in that 24 years, if you've read the book Hungry for Home, she has been a part or helped with every single event you see. And I think that that's what I would encourage you. Pull people in, pull your kids in, pull your best friends in. Entertaining is not about you doing it yourself. It isn't about the host. It's about your guests, and it's about calling your guests in for involvement. So that's what Heather has done. She has literally helped me entertain maybe 95% of all parties.
A lot.
She has helped me do. So now I'm turning it over to you, and you're gonna explain.
Okay. So my friend Abby first brought this to my house. Okay, we're doing ciabatta, grilled ciabatta, like a bruschetta. So grilled ciabatta, and then it's a tomato with sliced tomato bruschetta.
But I like it, multicolored
Multicolors.
tomatoes.
I always try to get fresh farmers market ones if I can, so they're juicy. You actually want juicy ones for this. And it's so simple. And then usually you can serve it alongside a cheese. So you can do a ricotta or some sort of a soft cheese. My family really just loves the boursin. It's so simple and easy. And so
do you remember when we made homemade boursin with Jillian?
Yeah.
So this older woman who was a caterer basically taught you and I how to entertain, but she made homemade boursin.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's just super simple. You probably have all your herbs in your garden during the summer, and so what you can do is a combination of herbs. But I always use basil and I always use dill. But you can throw in parsley or chives. But honestly, I have found, strangely enough, the dill is like the winner.
Best part.
It makes it so much better, and it just gives it a kick at the end. So we start with our garlic. And I usually do...
Actually, can I be cutting this while you're talking?
Sure.
Is there a certain way you want me cutting the bread?
So it's just going to be
at
slices.
An angle?
Yeah, do a nice angled slice.
And how thin or thick?
Like right about there.
Half inch?
Yeah, half inch.
Okay.
And because what we're going to do is we're going to grill the bread. So the bread's going to get olive oil on each side, and then we're going to grill it outside on the grill.
I have the grill going.
And it's delish.
Let's hope it's not burning down the side of my house.
It will be fine. And then you spread a little bit of your boursin cheese on top of your grilled bread, and then you put your tomato mixture on top, and it's fantastic.
I'm telling you, it will become your family's, your friend's
easy.
favorite. It's easy, and it's great for a cocktail party to have to hand out.
Yeah, it's a good thing just to be sitting outside on your patio when guests arrive.
Gosh.
I know. And get a good bread knife.
Are you saying this is not a good bread knife? This is a good bread knife.
It's pretty good.
It's
a little longer might be better, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So I need a new bread knife.
You might see a longer one.
So, okay, what are you doing with the garlic?
So garlic, I'm just peeling it right now. And then I'm going to crush it a little bit with a little bit of salt to sort of make it into a paste.
Now, do you always use fresh garlic, or can you buy the container?
You could use it, but I'll tell you what, the garlic adds so much pop. I think I would personally use fresh garlic because you really do want that fresh garlic flavor to come out.
Okay.
And this is also one of those things you can do where you make the tomato mixture and it can sit for a little while and it can just marinate for a little longer. Good job.
This is my workout.
That was good.
Day.
And so you can make your tomato mixture, let it sit for a while, and then throw your fresh herbs in at the last minute. Last minute.
Yeah, you don't want to be too strong.
No, you want the herbs in at the last minute.
Do you use these heels?
No.
No, but I'll put butter on them
later.
Save
them. Yeah.
Okay. So give me my job, because I will be putting these on the grill.
So what I usually do is I take a little bit of olive oil.
You even brought a brush, and you know why? Mine is broken. It's not even
attached. Take a little olive oil, and you're going to brush
both sides,
both sides, because you're going to put it on the grill, both sides on the grill.
Okay.
Give it a little bit of olive oil, perfect, on each side.
Okay.
Yep.
You can go back to your job.
right.
I got this.
All right.
Okay.
Just making sure you got
I
it.
know, believe it or not, I can.
So over the years, Ruth's always been the baker, and I've been the salad maker.
The salad maker. I do not enjoy sitting and shopping.
I don't
Heather
mind it.
loves it.
I find it very comforting.
Cathartic.
Yeah.
So Heather has 4 kids. They run every other year to my kids. You know, I have the 5, so it starts my number 1, then hers, and boom, boom, boom. And she has 3 sons, and then a daughter in there that's the only child that her daughter matched up with one of my daughters. So they've been very close since they were born.
Yeah. So I have a 23-year-old son, 21-year-old son, 18-year-old daughter, and 13-year-old son.
All right, here we go.
So back in the day, when we went to church together at the same time, we would do switches on Sunday after church. Britta would go to your house for girl time, and Anders would come to my house for boy time.
For boy time.
They would toss him around a little bit, tough him up. I think he's fine now.
He's fine now that he plays football.
Yeah.
He's just fine.
Oh, good. All right, so I'm going to put this in this bowl.
Okay.
It's just 2 cloves of garlic.
I like that knife, by the way.
It's a great knife. It's a Santuco, which is just a smaller chef's knife.
Yeah.
I use it almost every day.
I really like it.
And then I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar in here, red wine vinegar.
Red wine.
Yep.
And when you say little bit.
And I don't get out the measuring spoons.
Okay,
It's about
if
a
you had to
tablespoon,
guess.
probably about a tablespoon.
Okay.
Okay. And I will say, once you add your tomatoes, your cut tomatoes,
Yeah.
you can add more olive oil and vinegar as you see fit.
Okay.
So let that just sort of sit in there for a few minutes. Then I'm going to take my tomatoes and simply, since they're little, you can just cut them in. It really depends how big they are, but really it can be like in fourths.
In fourths. Okay.
It's super simple.
And these are those kind of heirloom tomatoes where you can get every
keep the
color.
seeds. You don't have to de-seed them.
Okay.
Sometimes if they're long like this, I'll just cut them a little smaller, cut them in half, and then cut them through a couple more times. Really, you just want them to be kind of about the same size. Yeah, bite size. Yeah. So it really depends how big each tomato piece is.
Because some of them are tiny and some of them are bigger.
I know. So you want to?
Yeah. So I'm going to take these
wanna
out
take
to a grill,
Okay.
and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so I've gotten the grill hot according to Heather's instructions. It's like a medium high, but it's enough to char your bread. And I just lay it down, literally. You're gonna grill them. I'll tell you, entertaining is so much more fun with friends than doing it by yourself. And I mean, we've had 24 years of practice, so it's been a really sweet. All right, let's see. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, we've done the grilling. Heather's been in here chopping away at tomatoes. We've got herbs going. I'm doing dill, you're doing basil.
Yep.
All right, how finely do you want it? Just minced?
Yeah, pretty fine. You know,
Okay.
just it's just going to add so much flavor, and it smells so good. So, but again, it's really kind of one of those things. You really just add whatever herbs you have on hand in your garden right now. But you know, we're doing Italian parsley,
Okay.
dill.
Try to take a lot of the
basil.
stems out of the parsley.
Yeah, same with the dill, but you know.
Yeah. You're more patient with this kind of thing than me. I literally am like, stem, who cares about a little stem? And Heather has it all
I do.
done.
Sometimes for some types of recipes, but like truly, the herbs are kind of the show of this.
Yeah.
So you are tasting it and you're not cooking it down.
That's true.
So you do actually really want to make sure that they're just really good quality.
Can I start doing boursin on these?
Yeah, so here, put your boursin. Usually when I serve this, I'll put it on a platter, put the boursin in a ramekin.
Okay.
So that people can help themselves, and it's kind of fun for people to build their own.
Build their own. Okay. So I'm not actually putting it on these.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
put
not
it in
putting
here.
it in here.
And
All right.
And it makes a nice, pretty presentation. It looks pretty.
Great.
Out.
First of all, I'm sorry. I love boursin.
It's a cook's preference. You're allowed to. You're allowed to do that.
I'm allowed. All right.
All right. So we've got fresh herbs, really, and then I added a little extra.
Do we have any more boards out here? What are all those? Oh, that was the basil I brought.
Yeah.
You clearly ignored
No,
my
I
basil.
used it.
Oh, you did use it.
I chopped it up. I did.
Okay.
No, I used it. So I added a little bit more of the vinegar and some olive oil in here, and you can see like the tomatoes, it's just breaking down a little bit, which is what you want. You actually want it juicy because the juice will soak into your bread, and that's what makes it really yummy. And then when you're ready, really when you're about ready to serve it, is when I dump these in. And this will change everything.
We'll change it all. Now, is that too many herbs for that amount of tomato?
You know, you could probably add a little bit more, but.
Oh, you mean tomato?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for now, it looks
But
fantastic.
honestly, it's as soon as it gets within this mixture, it's all going to start to, you know, soak into. But yeah, I would, if I was doing this at home, I would add a little more tomatoes. And then get a plate, and I'll show you what
I'm getting a little knife.
Here, it's right here. I've got
you brought one? Of course you did. Okay. When our kids were young and we would go anywhere, and you know, you have your baby bag, and you have your diaper, you have your wipes. I do not carry all that stuff with me, but Heather would always bring double because she knows I'm not very organized.
It's okay.
So
we all have
we all have those gifts.
All right.
Put that on there.
Yeah.
And then I would think it's really pretty, and I even have a piece of lavender we can throw on. Just throw on some herbs on your board. Look, I have a lavender right here.
Oh.
You can even cut a piece of lavender.
Yeah.
Throw that on your board. Yeah. And there
it's pretty
is a fabulous presentation.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Well, I think we need to make a little one.
Yeah, do one.
Let's do half one.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, I have it.
So,
which one are you going for?
Here, go. That one looks
you want to
perfect.
split it?
That one looks perfect. So you do
I
a
can
little
grill a mean piece of bread.
A little bit of boursin. Just spread that right on there.
I'm gonna do my own.
Yeah, do your own. It could also be lunch. Doesn't have to be an appetizer.
Lunch.
You take it off the pretty one. I'll do this one.
Okay. Now I can do it.
And then you just literally just load it up.
Oh my gosh, I love boursin.
It does make it.
And it's nice when the bread's a little warm and the boursin kind of melts down into the bread.
Yeah. And then you do a little bit of, you can drizzle a little bit more of that juice. It really soaks up.
And if you want to serve it pretty, you can put it on a little board.
And now we need a glass of white wine.
And now we need a glass of wine. Okay. All right.
Yum.
All right.
Happy summer.
Happy summer. Thank you for coming and sharing.
Cheers.
It is so fresh. It is so much fun. So call your girlfriends over, have a glass of wine, and check this out.
Yum.
www.hungryforhome or Instagram hungryforhome. Always every week a different tip. Have a great day.